My husband, he loves the game of football. Throughout the course of our marriage, he has watched football. My husband, I do believe, can watch football 24 hours in a day. He loves the game. Throughout our married life, many times I've been sitting right there with him watching it. But my husband is an avid fan. There are times that there are other things that I'm more interested in than football, but I love to watch football. My husband can tell you what's going on. If you want to be schooled about football, all you need to do is come to our house. My husband will school you. He is a genius. I must say so myself. The man knows the game of football. Many times we're sitting there watching football and I'm caught up in the excitement. My team has scored. They crossed the goal line, and my husband said, they're going to call that ball back. They're going to call it back. And I'm thinking, why? He said, because they were holding. On the offense, they were holding. And sure enough, the rep, what does he do? Exactly as my husband said. Oh my God. And many times, I'm watching and my husband say, oh, they made the wrong call. They made the wrong call. The refs made the wrong call. Show the replay. Show the replay. And they show the replay. And when you know it, just as my husband said, this man knows the game of football. And so we're sitting, we're watching, we're caught up in the sport. Our favorite team is just going toward the goal line. And all of a sudden, my husband said, oh, they're going to call it back. And I said, well, why? He said, the guy was holding again. And I'm thinking, how does he see this stuff? This man has made it a top priority in watching football. Now, for me, football is entertainment in a sense. For him, he has made it a top priority. He knows the rules of engagement. He knows the game of football. He knows it, I have to say, many times better than the reps on the field. I don't know how he spots when something's wrong. He knows it. Many times I want to ask them questions because I want to find out what they mean by second down, what they mean by third down, just different things I want to know. And he said, not now, not now. I got to hear. He's focused. He's intentional. He's into it. He has a passion. There's something there that keeps him engaged. He loves the game of football. And it matters not what team. He can tell them, oh, they shouldn't have made that call. They're using too many timeouts. They're going to need those times out later. And then sometimes when they use their times out, he said, why don't they hurry up? They got to hurry up. Time is running out. I mean, he just knows just what they should be doing. He knows the game of football. You might say that that man is a genius at football. And then there are times when they're going to go into overtime and you know, he said, oh, I hope they don't try for 2 points. They just need to kick the ball, lead the game at a tie, and then just start from there. And sure enough, that is what many times they end up doing. I mean, he knows the sports. He can call it. Oh my goodness. And it is something to watch him down through the years. He's made it a top priority. Now, when I think about other sports, there's another sports we watch. And it's a family affair, so to speak, we're into now. And we were talking the other day, and that's the game of tennis. I love the new players, Cocos that are coming up, and all the new players, and the Serenas, and just all the players. And We watched this one guy, Djokovic, and the Nadals, and just the different ones. I love that sport, and oh my goodness! And think of what you need to do to prepare yourself for these sports. My goodness, you're gonna have a strict regimen. You're gonna go through some things. You got to have a proper diet, exercise, taking care of yourself, learning the art of the sport, so to speak, and everything. And then there's something someone was telling me, they were sharing with me their sons playing tennis. Okay. So they were sharing how the coach said after a rigorous day, I mean, this young man was out and he was working out with his coach and he was working out and they was into the game. I mean, just hitting the ball and just working out and working out. And the coach said to the young man, he said, "How do you feel? How do you feel?" And I guess the young man later responded he's kind of sore or something. And the coach said, "Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares how you feel. Nobody cares if your arms hurt. Nobody cares." And I said, "Oh, wow." I said, "But what training? Because you have to be able to play whether you feel like it or not. You have to be able to play the sport whether anybody's cheering for you or not. You got to be able to do this thing. It has to be a top priority. It has to be in you. And then you have to perhaps eat food that you rather not eat, and some of the things that you rather eat, some junk food, you may have to toss it aside, so top priority. We think about these sports and you think about those that are training for the Olympics and how they put in the time, how they learn the rules of engagement, how they're in it, how they're giving their life for this thing. Top priority, learning the rules of engagement. But in all of that, just think about it. You can be so gifted in sports, or gifted in being a scientist, a doctor, a minister of the gospel, modeling, into all type of inventions and CEOs of great companies and all these things that we see, owning your own business or what have you. I mean, so many things people do, but if our bodies are not fit for the journey, if we don't make this in this hour a top priority, taking care of this temple, feeding on the right thing, eating, partaking of the right nutritions, learning about the art of eating right in this hour, doing things to give us a healthy immune system, all these things, making a decision. Rome wasn't built in a day, they say. So making a decision, because you want to write that book and you want to go on those book tours and you want to do those things. You got other things to do, places to go, people to see. You want to be able to do it. But if our bodies are not fit for the journey, not good. So we want to make it a top priority in time to invest in some real estate in time and learn about what can I do to make sure I'm as fit as I can be. Because I get a sense that new dreams are popping up in you. The realm of possibility is open, and there are more things that you want to do while on the planet. And it is important that we take care of ourselves and begin to operate in time in a new dimension. Invest in time. Some things at this hour has to be a top priority. I remember when my dad was sick, and we had to begin to pump weights. And we did it so that we could lift Dad from the wheelchair to the car. And then we could take him shopping. We just was all over the place with Daddy. All we needed to do, just have the strength to lift him. If Dad used his legs, and we lift him to the car. Wow, we were rolling, and I made sure we got our exercise. But one day, Dad strength in his legs gave out, so we had to release him to the nursing home. But oh, thank God that we were fit enough to go, and the family rallied around him. And every day, throughout the day, we were there to visit to make sure he was just where he needed to be taken well care of and everything. So that was wonderful. And that was about 4 years journey. And then after then, Mom got sick, and Mom was a petite, and we wanted to just keep her home. She was just used to being around the home front, and we went back to pumping those weights, bless God, and we did it because it was top priority. We wanted our mom to just kind of stay with us, and it was my sister and I, so we had help, and we would just go backwards and forward and spend the night with her and take care of her. We had help coming in. And so thank God we just continued to lift those weights so we could lift her. So it worked for us. And so we took care of her about the 4 years through the grace of God when she was sick and everything. And it was a top priority. So I get a sense that there are things that you want to do now on the scene. So we have to invest in time, make it a top priority. It has to be up high on the list, because now we can have all the book knowledge, we can have all the wisdom, we can have all the power, we can have all the anointing, we can have all the money, we can have what have you in that order. But if our bodies are not fit for the journey, it was a top priority. So throwing away junk food has to be a top priority in this hour. Really making some decision. I am increasing in that area. God is blessing, bless God. But I just get a sense, and when I think of these athletes, I think of many people that put the time in. They make it a top priority because they recognize that they can be as gifted. You can be as gifted as you want to be. But if you're not taking care of your body, and in this hour, not, boosting that immune system and getting things in order with your vitamins, your doctor's checkups, or what have you, we want to just do the things that we need to do so that our bodies can thrive. We want to make it a top priority. And we think about people that are going to the Olympics. They didn't just get there. It costs something. There's something about life. It costs something. We have to invest in time. It costs a bit of time. Meaning that, it's amazing what you can take 5 minutes to do if you want to. If you got clothes, you're taking them out the dryer. You can fold those clothes. You don't have to just put them in a pile. You can fold them up in 5 minutes. And I've done it, and it makes for a fun day in a sense, because I said, I'm going to spend 5 minutes and do this. One night I was getting ready to go to bed, and I had just a few dishes in the sink. I said, look, I'm going to take 10 minutes and make sure this kitchen is sparkling clean, and then I go to bed. That's all it took. I invested that energy there, invested that energy. But anyway, it's a top priority for us to take care of our bodies, because if our body's not fit to wash that car, to take that trip internationally, or to do this or that, so we want to do our part. I just get a sense that it is important. It is so important in this hour that we make taking care of our physical body a top priority. You have places to go, things to do, books to write, things to invent, to create. You have a company to raise up. You are have money to spend, just so many different people you want to bless around the world and everything. But we got to make some choices in this hour, and that is top priority. We need to take care of us, take care of this temple so that we will be able to go forward and take care of those things that we need to take care of. So I do hope you stay with us. We are on a journey, but you know what? I'd have to confess, I am seeing increase. I'm excited about this thing, and it's amazing how God can take just a few words and turn the light on, help you to see. You know why? Because it's time. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. As somebody say, it's time for some action, bless God. So make it a top priority. First things first, all right? It is so good to see you, and I am out of here. But thank you. I look forward, prayerfully, hopefully, excitedly to see you on the next go around. All right. Have a great day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. And don't forget, take care of yourself. Make it a top priority. Don't play with it. And it can be fun and it can be exciting, discovering new and healthy things to eat and making yourself drink that water. All right. Have a great day. All right, I'm thinking a moment. I believe I'll show you this blooper. I will be transparent. Just in case you are deciding to do a podcast in the future, you can be encouraged and you can continue to go forward anyhow. All right. They're running down the field, and I'm excited, about to get a touchdown. And many times they cross the goal line, and my husband said they're gonna have to call it back. That on the offense, they were pulling. They were how did he talk about it? What did he say? They were pulling a face mask, or holding, guarding. Oh my goodness. Lord, I was going so good with this. Oh my God. Okay, let's start all over again. Mhm. Top priority is you taking care of you today and me taking care of this temple. So we're going to weed some things out. Have you seen a garden outside and then it get all these weeds in it? Well, many times, at least I can't get them all up at one time, but pluck a weed here. You know what I mean? Pull out some junk food there. Pull out some junk food here. Pull out some junk food there. Take away this, a little bit of that. Because why? We want our bodies fit for the journey. I hear God said, make it a top priority. So I am doing better with this, but having made this video, it's really going to help me. Oftentimes I like to come back and I like to listen so I can glean and put it into practice. And I tell you, invest in time. This is working for me. I am seeing increase in the different areas that we've been talking about, and God is blessing. So you be encouraged today, and I will look for you next time around. Top priority. But I sense God calling us. There's more that we have to do. He's calling you to do more. I just know that He is. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking to you. He's calling you to take care of your body. Be mindful of what you put in it. You got things to do and places to go and people to see. Somebody's waiting on you to walk in, you to encourage them. They're waiting on your book. They're waiting on that invention you're about to invent. They're waiting on your voice doing your podcast. They are waiting on your words of wisdom. They're waiting on that play. They are waiting on that dress, on that suit, on that those things that you create, those things that you're going to style, they are waiting